So, good afternoon everyone. My name is Frank Miranda. I'm the engineering supervisor in here in West Palm Beach, Marriott. And I decided to do my training for my Human Development Resources class directly in this pool room, which is a real scenario, nothing fancy, very messy, and you will see a lot of pool room hotels just like this one. So for these training purposes, I bring my team here because I want to show them in the field using kinesthetic method of training how to actually step by step verify the chemistry and the balance of the water, and that way you can have a healthy and safety pool. So the first thing that we need to know is the basics of whatever is happening or whatever this is forming this pool room, all the equipment's in there. So what you see right there, this is our filter. It's a cartridge filters that we can catch onto 0.04 size, 0.04 millimeter size of particles. So that cleaned the water that came from the pool through that pipe, came down here through the pump. You see the water running down there, and from there came to basically to the main filter. It gets cleaned up, and then through here go again back to the pool. That is basically how the flow rate of the pool happens all the time. So you can see on the top of the pipe there is a manometer right there that rates the pressure. That means when the filters start to get dirty and dusty for everything that collects from the water, the pressure in there goes up above 40 psi of pressure. That means that the filter needs to be washed. We need to loosen up all those screws, open the filter, remove the cartridges, clean it, treat it with muriatic acid, and place it back in there. So once we do that, we can open again all the shut-off valves that we have to be closed before the open, start the pump again, and then you will have a drop-down pressure from 40 or 50, whatever it was before, all the way to 20 or 15 psi, which is the optimal pressure to run inside the filter. So once we achieve or we are make sure that our filtration system is working properly, that means to check that the pump is actually running. As you can see, there is some bubbles in there, that means there's a water flow. And if you see that the pressure on the manometer is the right before the 20 psi, then you can move on to the next steps of your safety and fundamentals checking on the pool. So for this training, each engineer will have a complete test like this one. It's a professional test who can be used to determine pH level, chlorine, alkalinity, and several sodium, chlorine, several electrolytes on the water that makes the pool safety and prevent the growth of bacteria, which is very important. So what is this important? What is the reason of this training? So if we have our chlorine levels right on the proper value, which is between 2 and 4 parts per million, that means that no bacteria or dangerous hazard, virus or whatever in the pool, it won't grow up with a between 2 and 4 parts per million on the pool. The pH, the random pH, as we all know, our physical pH is between 7.4 and 7.4.6, which is the optimal level of pH. On the pool is the same. The water should be similar to our own pH. So it should be between 7.4 and 7.4.6, more or less. So how we can do that is very easy. We choose this. It will be our sample test water. So for test the chlorine levels, we want to choose this side of the test kit, and for the pH, we're going to use this big one over here. So right there next to me you will see a complex computer, which is the automatic system who feeds chlorine. Let me fix this for you guys. Ultimate fix of chlorine and muriatic acid to maintain the pool. That is an automatic process. That right there is a very expensive computer who feed. These are the feed, the little pumps that you see here. This one right here, and the one in the bottom right here and right here. These pumps are the one who supply chlorine or muriatic acid on a steady basis to the pool to maintain the pH level. But how we can make sure that everything in there is properly and accurate, we measure, and this is the way that we do it. First, we're gonna measure the chlorine levels. We have to start by filling up this onto 9 milliliters of water. Watch. We get in here, and there's right here is a valve that you can actually open and take the sample on it. Once we do that, we can see that it's water in here all the way onto the bottle, 9 milliliters. Now we proceed to fill this one to 44 milliliters rice. Once we get this, we proceed to actually perform the test. So once we have this, what we want to do is using these tests that I talked to you before, and we're going to start with the chlorine levels. Okay, so for that, we want to choose the first reactant or reactant number 1, as you see in there, and we're going to drop 5. We're going to put 5 drops on the chlorine side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want to choose reactant number 2, which you see right there. It's little label. It's a very easy process to follow. You have to read the names, and then you put 5 drops more in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you start to see how the reaction is start to taking place, and the water starts to turn pink. Let me put my hand in there, you can guys see it. So what we're doing here is match the color that we have right here with this color right here. As you can then see, it's between 2 parts per million. So this means that we are very good on the chlorine levels on the spot. In order to test the pH level, we're going to check this reaction number 4, which is our phenol red. It's a very common chemical to test pH levels. So we want to put 5 drops of this test on the 44 ml water sample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, period. Then we're gonna shake this to find the perfect match. So if you see right here, and we try to match the color, you will see that the pH right now in my spa is way above 8, which means that my muriatic acid on my spa is high, and it's not good. And this is the reason why this is a very important thing. This was for training purposes. The pH actually in the pool and in spa is perfectly fine. I just add a little muriatic acid before this video to the sample test, so you guys can see how it can be out of proportion right here, and this is dangerous. If we find something like here, like this, on the spa, it can cause skin irritation, membranes like in your eyes, your mouth, your ears. If it's a baby, it can give first-degree burn. So it's very, very serious. The pool chemistry, guys, is something to take serious. So the optimal level of pH should be right here, 7.4. It should be an orange color, not a purple color like the one that you just see in here. So to test that in the right and proper way to show you the color, I want to test the sample again with the muriatic acid on it. One more time, we have our 44 ml water sample, and we put again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we can shake it again. And right there, you can see now truly how is the similar color at 7.4, which is the right pH amount that we need. So as you see before, if the pH level was up, it means that it's above 8, which is very dangerous for our skin and for our health. So one more time, I'm gonna review this. This is basically a pool room, and it's very hot in here. So basically we have is a pump who's in charge to move the water from the pool to the filters and back. The filter, remember, we need to check the manometers. The PSI pressure should be below below the 20 PSI of pressure. If it's above, it means that you have to clean, unscrew all these screws, take away the filter, wash it, put it in chloric acid for 2-3 hours, and put it back again. Start the pump, open the valve, and that will be it. Once you have that, you can move forward to this automatic computer system, which is basically a computer with the feeders on the side, right? Once this computer detects a low amount of pH or different chemistry level, it commands to the feeders to start pumping. It could be chlorine or it could be muriatic acid to rise or low pH and chlorine levels. So how we can know that this computer is accurate and fine? We should go to see this kit, which is a professional kit to sample the water test, and using the reactants number 1, 2, and 4, we can actually test the chlorine levels and the pH level. Remember, the optimal level of chlorine should be between 2 parts per million and 4 parts per million, and the correct level of pH, it should be 7.4. Once we acquire those values, we can cross-match it with this chart we was provided to actually match the correct ORP on the pool, which is no more than the correlation between the chlorine levels and the pH. So you have in the top, you have the pH levels, and in the y-axis you have the part per million level. Whatever you match, you cross values, right there is your ORP. The optimal level of the ORP should be between 700 and 750. 700 and 750. So whatever is written in that little screen, it should be 700 or 750. So if it's not there, we need to reassess, retest, and make sure that all the values are correct. So with this demonstration and the PowerPoint which was provided before to explain in detail how to perform this test, with this portion of the hands-on training, I think everyone will be on the same page on how to follow a simple steps guidelines to provide a safety and a good water chemistry and aqua balance on your pool. With that being said, guys, I have been a pleasure to be in this class with you guys. This is a real pool room. This is a West Palm Beach Marriott. It's a beautiful hotel, which I am the engineer, chief engineer. Right there is my pool that you can see. Everyone is right there, is enjoying the pool. So my chemistry is beautiful. My pool is clear and it's blue and it's perfect. We achieved that successful through these steps. So I hope you guys can enjoy this video, and I hope that everyone have a wonderful winter break, a happy new year, a wonderful 2019 year, and I hope you see you all through my entire career. See you later.